Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Creatives Corner, where every week we talk to a creative. And today we have the wonderful Kashmir. Kashmir, how are you feeling today?
I feel amazing. How are you
Yeah,
today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for
Me
coming.
too. Thank you for having
Heck yeah.
me.
So Kashmir, give people a little intro about who you are and where they can find you.
Yeah. So my name is Kashmir Turry. That is my full government name. So I'm giving y'all all the information, but that's also my name on Instagram. It's Kashmir.Turry. I am a dance teacher, a dancer, and a model.
Nice. Okay. And how long have you been doing that? Like dancing and modeling?
Yeah. So for dance, I've been dancing since I was 4, I
Okay.
think, maybe a little bit younger, maybe like 3. And
Nice.
I'm 22 now, so just a really long time because I can't
Wow.
do
Wow. So you've been
Yeah,
dancing
my
way
whole
longer than
life.
modeling.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. What got you into modeling, or like how recent?
Yeah, modeling has been on and off since I was about 10.
Okay.
My mom got me into it because she wanted me to do pageants.
Oh,
And
okay.
she thought that it would teach me like grace and poise. And I already had a little bit of that from ballet. So we just wanted to like refine that. And I loved being in front of a camera anyways.
Nice.
So it just worked out. And then, but it was really on and off. My mom is very protective and
Mm-hmm.
she just felt like it wasn't something, it was more of a hobby than dance was.
Yeah.
Dance was something that she saw me going to college for, and that's what I did. But modeling was something that was just kind of fun here and there.
Gotcha.
And then I recently moved down to Southern California in January and I got back into it.
Nice. Okay. So have you had like is there any like misconceptions about dancing or modeling that people like have about like
Yeah.
what you do?
I think for dance, my dad still doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like I teach full time, so I teach cheer and dance. But at the level that I teach dance, it's most or cheer, it's mostly dance moves
Okay.
because it's not as much stunting. And in his mind, he's just like, "Oh, you're gonna do that for now, right? Like, when are you gonna stop this little
Oh
dance thing?"
man.
And it's been a thing my whole life where I meet people, and if they're like a CEO or a doctor,
Yeah.
or if they're around my age, and everyone just graduated, then it's like, "Oh, like I'm in marketing. What do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm a dance teacher." And they're like, "Oh, for sure, like that's so cool, like but what do you do?" And I'm like, "No guys, this is my life. Like I
What?
want to start a studio. Like I have actual ambitions with
Yeah.
dance. Like it is its own industry, so people just don't
That's
take it seriously.
interesting.
But
That's true. Yeah.
yeah,
Damn. So like do you ever watch that show Dance Moms?
I loved that
Yeah.
show.
Is that like what you're trying to be like having a studio and something like that?
Yes, I would say on a grander scale though.
Okay.
I think one thing that show misses the mark on is that it's not just the choreography every single week that is important to a
Yeah.
dancer. At some point in my life, I would love to have a studio that is also a gym for adults.
Oh,
So you could
nice.
bring your kids and they can learn
Okay.
their dance technique. But as they get older, they start to learn about health and wellness and fitness. Because at a certain point, if you do want to stop dancing, that other stuff
Yeah.
is very important as well.
That's awesome. Look at you
Yeah.
looking out for the community.
I
That's
know it's a
awesome.
real thing, guys. I be thinking that's the other thing with modeling. People don't think models think.
No. Have you ever had any misconceptions with modeling at all?
A lot,
Yeah.
a lot. Especially because I mostly do swim. It's just something that people, I think older people, men, because I'm at the age that I am dating, and family members just don't really understand why.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like, oh, you're too smart to do that or put yourself out there or do this. They don't see the
What?
correlation between being beautiful and not wanting to hide that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they don't see it as a power, if that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
So you're too smart to be a or to be a model.
I've heard that before. It's really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah,
Cause like, what does it have to do with intelligence?
exactly.
Like what?
Doesn't correlate at all.
That's okay. Well, that's very interesting. So speaking of dating, what is like how many times have you been in love? Have you even ever been in love?
I
Because
have
you're
been in
young. How old are you?
love. I'm
22?
22, yeah.
Yeah, you're too young to even be in love.
I have been in love.
Yeah?
I have.
Are you
I
still
think
in love?
not currently. Yeah, not currently. It just didn't
No.
work out, but
So
I have been
you're
in
on the
love and I'm
market?
grateful for that experience.
Okay. So there might be somebody still out there for you. Okay. Okay. Y'all heard that here. Y'all heard it here first. I'm not, I'm not saying I'm playing matchmaker,
I'm
but
dead. I'm such a lover girl though, so
yeah,
I don't know. But right now, yeah.
that's good. So if you were to date, okay, so the last person you dated, were they in the same industry as you?
No, he was in. So we both met when we were in college, and he was in engineering.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, but that wasn't. I think one of the things that I really respected about him, and I just respect about anyone that I would potentially date, is somebody that isn't in the industry but understands why I do it,
Okay.
and can see that it's not just the cliches or the stereotypes that they're used to
So
seeing on TV or whatever.
yeah, so you want someone that's not in your industry at all?
I would think so, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I
just because I
wonder.
believe opposites attract. Like,
Yeah.
I think male models are probably amazing people, but, they probably deal with the same things, but I think
Yeah.
dealing with the same struggle on a daily basis would make us bump heads, I think.
I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, she's not looking for a model, guys. Sorry if you're a model.
I like a man in a suit. I like an engineer.
Okay, yeah, tell us what's your type.
I like I like super tall, super smart. Somebody that I can look at the stars and talk about 50,000 things, and they'll just be like, "That's so interesting, Cash." Like, just listen to me yap all the time.
That's so awesome. Okay, so how do you feel about social media, right? Because so influencers are on the rise, and like everybody wants to only work with influencers and things of that nature. Like, how do you feel about that? Does that like intimidate you in any way, or is that like one of your goals or anything?
I think at some point it was a huge goal of mine to be an influencer. But recently, I think it limits both people, if that makes sense. So like the client that is only looking for influencers and the influencer that only cares about the numbers,
Yes.
it like really does limit you.
Yeah.
I think even in our professional connection
Yeah.
and like through the people that like connected me with you and stuff like that, the work that we've created feels more real and more personal because you weren't just like, oh, she has 14,000 million followers or whatever. You know what I mean?
True. That's
It
true.
was, you saw that I had a passion, had a love for the craft, and I saw the same thing on your page. And I think social media is important for fostering that, but when it's just a numbers game, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like even like looking at your page, like I can at first I didn't even know you were a dancer until I think when I met you, because it was just crazy. I hit you up on Instagram,
Yeah.
but I didn't go through your Instagram to know that you were a dancer. But like you really be dancing.
I really do be
You
dancing.
really do. Like I kind of want to share
my
one of
life.
your videos. Let's see. What's a good video I could share? I'll let you choose it.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do a heels one just because those ones are a little bit longer. Let's do. This one's kind of cool.
That one. All right,
My
cool.
hair. If you talk about my leave out in this video, though, you're anti-black because I was sweating. So don't play with
All right,
me.
guys, check this out real quick. Here. You know? Give y'all all of it. I can't give y'all all
Yeah,
of
you
it.
gotta go to my page to see
But
everything.
that was good.
Thank
What
you.
was so did you choreograph that?
I did not. No.
Oh, you didn't?
The
Okay.
thing. Okay, that is actually very interesting. I don't post my own choreography anymore.
No, why not?
Yeah. And it's not that I will never do it, but I'm in a place right now where I think moving to a new place and actually having a plan for the next 3 to 5 years with this specifically and like not caring about the chatter and the stereotypes of what the industry is and
Yeah.
actually wanting to progress full time hitting it.
Yeah.
Like hitting the ground running with it. I'm just in a place of learning
Okay.
from everything that I do. So
Nice.
photographers, instructors, choreographers, everyone that I work with. And I think for a really long time, I was at the place where honestly, a lot of people from the East Coast do this, where they're like, yeah, I've been doing this. I know this. I know,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? And we just think we know everything because
Yeah.
it is tougher on the East Coast. But now that I'm like basically in LA, I just want to absorb and learn
Nice.
and do everyone else's craft and
Yeah.
learn my craft through them.
That's
And then
good.
at some point I'll start posting my own choreography again. But I actually went through and like took off all my own stuff.
Did you feel like not were you like not happy with it or not confident with your choreography or it's just completely like that's not related?
I don't know if it's 100% related, maybe subconsciously, because I think even watching that in that class, I felt super confident. I've
Hmm.
watched that video, I edited it and put it up there.
Yeah.
But watching it just now, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said yes to posting that. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just very hard on myself more with dance than I am with modeling.
Gotcha. I wonder why that is. Maybe you care more about dance than modeling.
Yeah,
And
a
you
little
want to
bit.
make sure that, well, you have to because, yeah, you've been doing it since you were 4, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay. So have you ever, like, being a black woman, have you ever had any situations where people didn't want to work with you or like they denied you because of your skin color, but maybe didn't say it or maybe they did say it? Have you had any of that?
I've had just a lot of little like weird treatment things that I'm chalking it up to that.
Yeah.
And a lot more I think when I was younger, but honestly, my dance and my modeling career when I was younger was all my mom.
Gotcha.
And she, now that I'm older, I'm like, Mom, I remember this lady saying this. What actually happened there? And she's like, oh yeah, that was a big thing. But I hid you from that. And that was probably why my career was like very sporadic. Like dance
Yeah.
was consistent because we found a studio. I felt safe there. That was
Okay.
great. But with modeling, it was very here and there. And I think it was because of that. But actually recently, I don't want to say too much because they're actually a pretty big brand.
You don't have to say the brand.
Okay.
You could just say like the
I did
experience.
something
Yeah.
with a brand, and we were promised that like we like accepted the photos that they took and said that they could post them or whatever. And I was promised certain things, and every other girl got those things. And this
And you
Kashmir
did
did
it?
not get those things.
No.
But I remember just being home, and then going on their page and being like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. And there is a lot of like, you're good enough to be in the room for the photo op and for the diversity, but not for
The actual
the
use of it.
actual use or the monetary value or the opportunity that comes long term.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. So they just want to look good in the moment.
Yeah.
And then, oh wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm sorry that happened to
Yeah.
you.
It's, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is like Philly, but I'm like, it just makes you stronger. At
Yeah.
some point, I'll find the opportunity that is meant for me.
Yeah, I
And-
agree. That's right. If it don't kill you, it makes you stronger.
Exactly.
I feel like that's a black saying, but like, everybody says it, but I feel like it's like made for black people because it's just tougher for us to do anything. Like we have to work a little bit harder than the rest because I don't know why. I guess because we used to be slaves. I have no idea. I don't know why they do us like that, but they do.
Right. And honestly, it's obviously, yes, it's messed up when it happens to anyone, but at that point, why even have me there?
Right.
Right? Like, I'd rather just not be invited or
Yeah.
not be accepted into whatever,
Well,
'Cause
they
if
just
you're-
they just want you to look or make them look good. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, now that I mean, but you won't know until it actually happens. So yeah, it's so tough,
It is, yeah.
man.
It's hard to have discernment, and I think in life as a black person, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many things in the industry that like face value seem so good.
Yeah.
And like obviously I'm not even at like the pinnacle of where I want to be at, but I think, like I said, I keep bringing it back to my mom, but she has really good discernment, and I think she saw glimpses of that even just back home in Philly.
Oh,
She's
nice.
like, oh, this is not gonna work.
Okay.
And now I'm like, I see it,
Yeah.
but I'm still going to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm still going to keep pushing because my goals are bigger than this little thing right
Yeah.
now, you know?
So you're from Philly.
I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you lived here?
LA or
Yeah, LA.
California? LA
I
since
guess.
January, but
Oh, since
California
January?
since 2020.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So what's life like for you, like as you were growing up? How was that?
Honestly, pretty good, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah. So I was born in Philly and then raised right outside in Delaware County.
Okay.
My mom was like, let's take her out the hood. This is too much. So that happened right around the time I started dancing, actually.
Okay.
And from what I remember, dance had always been consistent in my life. And that was like, it was school, home for like 2 seconds, like eat, change.
Oh
And
man.
then my mom would drive me to the dance, or my dance teacher sometimes would pick me up because she lived in
Oh
our
wow.
town.
Okay.
And then I'd be there, do my homework there, eat my dinner there, chill out with my
Nice.
friends. Like my all the amazing abundant memories that I have are stage, camera, dance floor related. And
Nice.
that drove me my entire life. Like with school, honestly, even now I think about it, with like the first boyfriend I had, he wanted to move to California too.
Mm.
And like I think I just had this subconscious but also very conscious thing in my brain that I wanted to move out to LA and wanted
Yeah.
to really chase it full on at some point in my life. And my mom was so supportive of that.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
because of that, and like I had just had so much love around me. My dad, again, like he didn't fully understand it, but was so supportive as well. As long as I was good in school, he was happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then my grandma, super supportive. She's very religious. She's a pastor now.
Okay.
And when I got into swim, I was like 17, so she didn't fully understand it, but she was like, if this is the talent that you feel like God has given you,
Mm-hmm.
go follow it. Just, you know what your limits are.
Yeah.
Just be safe and be smart. And
That's
yeah,
good. That's
I've
good.
always had a lot of love and support around me, so I'm very
That's
grateful for that.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
So your mom and dad are still back in Philly?
they are. Yeah, my
Okay.
whole family is back
Nice.
home.
So it's just you out here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? You brave.
At 18, I said, it was during COVID too.
Oh, you brave,
Yeah.
brave.
I said, I'm going. Because, well, the thing was, I had a cheer scholarship
Mm-hmm.
at USF. Cheer dance was my minor, and then media studies for my major. And I didn't want to give any thought into, like, I don't know. I feel like because it was such a big thing, a big driving force, it really did control my thoughts and just the way I moved around
Yeah.
back home for so long. It felt like if I was second guessing it, I was second guessing the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that first year was hard, of course,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy that I did it when I did it.
That's good.
Yeah.
What has been like the most challenging moment in your career that you faced, and like how did you overcome it?
Ooh, I think the move down here, I again just like I was like something was calling me to move right at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very spiritual in the sense that like I journal and I meditate and
Okay.
I pay attention to what thoughts keep coming up.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that we're every single thought, but if you're having an inkling to something or someone constantly,
Yeah.
it's probably for a reason. And I knew, like, I was like, oh, okay, after graduation, I'm going to move down to LA.
Mm.
Something happened. I don't know specifically what day, but I woke up and it was like, now, like now, in the next 3 months, you need to go.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay, we're on a gap year right now. I'm really just working part-time. Like my parents are helping me out, expecting me to go back and just finish out
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe move down. And I was like, okay, we'll see. Kept putting it off. And then finally, second month came around. I'm still having this feeling. And then I started getting really sad in San Francisco, like this amazing city that
Oh
I
wow.
loved. And I loved my school and my cheer team and all these things. Hated it.
Wow.
And that was my dream for the time being. And then I was like, okay. So I started working 3 jobs because I was like, this is how much I need to save to move down
Yeah.
within a month and a half.
Oh man.
Worked 3 jobs, saved it, moved down here, but then I only had enough to do the first couple months of rent.
Oh.
And I was like, oh,
So then you
So
had to
when I
go
was
from you had to
meditating,
hustle hard, huh?
whatever spirit guides is telling me to move, didn't tell me where to get the money from.
Oh
But
man.
I remember crying, and I wouldn't call it a prayer because it was very angry, and I don't think you should talk to God like that. But I remember crying in this amazing apartment, um, and just being like, okay, I listened to you, and I've always listened to you. What is happening? Like, I can't go home right now.
Yeah.
Like, my parents will take me. Like, they're not just gonna leave me, but they, even them, like, they're very supportive, and even they told me, this is not the time. This is very stupid what you're doing. Like,
Wow.
just wait that year to graduate. And that month after almost going back home, I got my coaching job as a dance teacher.
Okay.
Pretty good income, full time.
Okay.
I got my first agency since in adulthood, at least. And that was like a random audition that I just saw like by chance.
Nice.
So weird. And slowly, like the other opportunities started coming. But it was like in that moment where I've never, ever, ever felt like giving up. But that was the first one in my entire life that I was like, just give me something to hold on to.
Yeah.
And it came like 3 days later.
Wow. That is
Insane.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yo, when they say God works in mysterious ways,
he really does. He really does. And like,
that is amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. I don't
getting
even,
chills
me
thinking about
too. It could be the fan too, but
it. I know, maybe I'm just
I'm
cold.
getting
But
chill. That, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. And that was earlier this year. And like,
Oh, that was recent.
that was February.
Wow.
And when did we shoot? 2-3 months after that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you making so like are you good now? Like you're comfortable or you're still in that hustle grind mode or
I would say I'm comfortable. I have my necessities
Mhm.
and I can still do like good thing, like fun things for myself here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll ever be like content
Yeah, that's good.
just because my dreams are so big.
Yeah. I think like especially living in LA, you can't be content. Because for one, everything's expensive.
Yeah.
So you always have to be making money. You gotta have I feel like you have to have at least 2, if not 3 or 4 streams of income. You know what I mean? And like just for me, I just don't want to be homeless.
Yeah.
Like because I mean, it's cool. The weather's good and all for that. I see why homeless people would be homeless out here, but like I can't do that. Like there's no way. If I did that, I know I failed, and I probably wouldn't even want to live anymore.
Yeah.
Like I just can't do it. So yeah, you just always have to have that hustle mentality and that grind mode, and you definitely have it.
Thank
So that's good. Keep it up.
It's the
Wow.
East Coast, like, ugh, like I don't know, and it's not like a competition thing because I think I don't see other people as competition. I see myself as competition.
Yeah.
Like that was the other thing in that moment. I don't think I've even talked to my mom about that specific moment, but I remember the week leading up to that point where I was just like crying my eyes out, like by myself, being like, I've gotten so far, so fast, so young, and every other thing that at 7 years old, I said, I'm going to do this by this age. It happened on one of my birthdays. Like,
Wow.
I'm going to move here. I'm going to go to this school. Like, and I was so determined and I made it happen the way I envisioned it from age 7. For me to get that far and then go back, something about that just felt like I was a failure.
Yeah.
Like you said, like the thing about like being homeless, it's obviously would be a great life going back home to my family.
Yeah.
I love them. They're amazing. But that's just not where I saw myself ever. As long as I can remember, I never saw myself staying back home. And it just felt like, I don't know, it just felt like the last push, like, oh, you really care about this thing, you really care about this life, all these dreams, all these goals I've written down, or is it just when it's easy to do it?
Right.
It just felt like a test that I needed to go through, and now
Yeah.
I'm like so much better for it.
That's good.
Yeah. Have you ever had anything like that in your life?
Oh yeah, definitely like trying to think the most recent one, but I've definitely had moments of like I just want to give up. There's even been times where I've done stupid things, like I went on a shoot, and after the whole photo shoot, it was a dope shoot too. This was back when I was in Chicago, and I left my camera on top of my car to put something away, and I did not remember that I left my camera on top of my car. I got in my car, pulled off, and went all the way home, and I'm like looking at my camera bag. Where's my camera?
Oh my
It's like, where the whole shoot that I just did is there? Where is it? And then I was like, oh my God, I left it on my car. So then I drive all the way back to the city. I knew it was going to be gone, and it was. And I was like, this is a sign, like God's telling me to give up, or something's telling me to give up. Like, there's no reason for this to this has never happened to me, ever. So I'm like, if something this crazy is going to happen to me, this has to be a sign.
Yeah.
So I put up a Facebook post, or not Facebook, sorry, Instagram story. I was like, hey guys, I lost my camera. I'm going to be out of commission for whatever, or for a while. Um, just letting people know. And then after putting up that post, I had a bunch of people DMing me like, hey, Remi, you can use my camera until you get a new camera, or I'm selling my camera. If you want this one, I'll give you a discount. I'm like, yo, this is so like touching.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm not supposed to give up.
Yeah.
So after that happened, I think it also too was a good reminder of like, there is good people out there, and there is people that actually support me. And that definitely opened my eyes with that, like showing like how many people actually support what I do. And that was huge. So I borrowed a couple friends' cameras, and then I got my own. I got a new one, and it all happened within like a month, and I was just back on my grind. So like, yeah, you just can't give up,
Yeah.
because
Never.
there's gonna be times where you're tested, like you said,
Yeah.
and it's just a test.
It really is.
Yeah. So if you're either gonna pass or you're gonna fail.
Mhm.
So and me, I can't fail. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like I can't work a 9 to 5.
No. No,
I
no, no,
cannot do it.
no, 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 no. Uh-uh.
Like, I have to do what I want to do when I want to do it, because like, not to be like, I don't know the word. I don't want to be like a snob or whatever, but like, I can't. I've tried it. I've worked many jobs, and it's just not. It's not the vibe.
Yeah.
No.
It's also the thing of, it's okay. Let me get there, because this is going to sound very like, okay. The painter has to paint, right?
Yes.
And even if that man that is painting doesn't die, if he doesn't paint, the painter dies,
Oh.
right? So as a photographer, you have to be a photographer.
That's
you have to
true.
take pictures. You have to work with your craft on a constant basis. And even if you're making all the money in the world being, I don't know, what, like a accountant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You've killed a person.
You just
You've
killed me by
killed
saying
your
that.
photographer.
Yeah.
Like, that
It's so
will
true.
always weigh on your conscience.
That's so
Like,
true.
you can't, like, not even just like a creative person, but a doctor, somebody that went to medical school for whatever reason. Maybe, medical school is expensive, maybe couldn't fully finish or whatever. If
Right.
that is their passion, they have to be a doctor, they have
That's
to be
true.
a surgeon,
That's
or else
true.
they're literally killing a person.
That is true. And they say like, people will ask like, what is your calling? Do you know what your calling is? Or do you know why you've been put on this earth? And I feel like that is my calling, like my camera work.
Yeah.
Whether it's recording a family memory or a dope photo shoot or just anything with a camera, I'm there for that. Because even as a kid, like, I'm sure, like, the earliest I remember was probably like 7 or 8 years old. My mom, she would always buy these camcorders and disposable cameras and things
Yeah.
like that, because she would like try to capture memories, because I guess because she was big into scrapbooking. So she liked taking photos and then put them in her scrapbook or whatever. But I was always the one with the camera. I was like, ooh, what is this? Oh, start taking pictures of stuff, taking pictures of friends and family. And then I got her camcorder. I was like, oh, what does this do? So I started messing with the camcorder, and it's an old camcorder too, like a Zenith something. She still has it.
The little strap.
Yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, I was like getting family memories. The last memory I remember is we were strawberry picking. I was recording that, And then I was like zooming. I was trying to like working on the zoom features, trying to learn everything. And then I zoom in on my mom's butt, but I didn't realize. And we're like watching it back at home. She's like, "Why are you zooming in on my butt like that?" I was like, "I was just playing with the camera, mom. I'm sorry." But yeah, that was like always. I just always loved cameras, even as a kid, and I didn't realize how much I loved it
Yeah.
until like when I got older and I got into college and started. I bought my first professional camera, and I was like, "Yeah, this is." Because even in college, I went to school for graphic and web design,
Okay.
and they were like, you have to take your own photo course and your own video course so you can use your own material for your website that you make or whatever. I took those courses. I was like, this is way better than coding websites. I hated coding websites. So, do you know what coding is?
I know what it is. I've never.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
You ever heard of MySpace?
Yes.
You
I've
have.
heard of it.
But you never had one though, right?
No.
It's
I know
man.
it's like there's a movie about it.
Is
right?
there? Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is there?
Or is that no? My Social Network is.
Oh yeah, that's the
never mind,
Facebook
never
one.
mind,
Yeah, they should make a MySpace movie.
Yeah. I've
No,
heard
it'll
of
probably be
MySpace,
boring.
but I've never seen or
It's like
interacted with it.
it's so basically you can make your own profile. Like you can code it and create however you want it to look. You can like add your own colors and blah blah blah. But it wasn't as simple as it is today. You had to like put in all these like codes and digital like
Like
it's
you
like
were the web designer of your
yeah.
thing. Okay.
And I hated that. But for websites, it's way more intense.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do this. Photo and video is way better, is way more fun. So I took that and ran with that. And yeah, I loved it. Couldn't stop. Even when I did take a little hiatus, like a 5-year hiatus, and was like working normal jobs. But I looked at my camera one day. I'm like, why am I not using this? Why is this collecting dust?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
What's that?
Someone's here. Hold on. Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
are you here yet?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have my wife come down and grab you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
All right. Bye.
I keep looking at myself in the monitor.
So okay.
I know we got really
Something
deep,
about
but I love
the
it.
yeah, what was I saying? Shit.
We're saying you're at the point where you were working regular jobs for
Oh yes.
4 or 5 years.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I was like, why am I not using this camera? It's just collecting dust. It was a great thing to have. I enjoyed using it. Like it brought me happiness. Why am I not, messing around with it? So then I picked it up, got back into it. I think like a year later, I quit my job and just went gung ho, just like full-time camera work. So ever since that was about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I get lost with the COVID years.
They
But
didn't exist. In my
know,
mind,
right?
I'm like, whatever.
COVID was so weird.
So, it was a shift in the paradigm of life.
Yes.
So weird.
And I was like, wow, the world can actually shut down. Like I did not think that could happen,
No.
but it did.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I'm like, okay, so wait. But I do like that it happened because of like drive through or not drive through, but drive up pickup orders.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that are super different now. When I think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Like I'm like, we could have been doing this a long time ago.
Right.
Like I hated shopping. I hate grocery shopping, but now you can just what's that app?
Instacart. Yeah.
Yes, you can do that. People shop for me. What? Okay. Or you can actually just go pick it up at the store.
Yeah.
So we do a lot
They
of like
pack it for you,
Ralph's.
just pick it
Yeah.
up, yeah.
We do that at Ralph's a lot. Shout out to Ralph's. We love you guys.
No
You
free
guys.
promo. No free promo. Pay up, Ralph's.
Yeah, Ralph's, pay us. But yeah, I love camera work and I can never stop. Like I just
Don't kill your photographer.
exactly. I can't.
Kill a person.
Even like when I tried, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Even when after the 5 years or whatever, like even God was like, dude, pick up your camera. What are you doing? Like this is what you're meant to do. I was like, you know what, you're right. And here I am.
Yeah.
And it's also great because I get to meet people like you.
I love when creatives connect. It
Me
makes me really
too.
happy. I'm like, I don't know, like outside of even with modeling, I love it, but it feels like a persona
Hmm.
in a way. But I love the intricacies of like how photography works, and when you have just like such a good connection with your photographer, you
Yeah.
can see it in the pictures
Yeah. That's true. That's
all the
true.
time, every single time. Like no
That
matter
is
what you're
true.
wearing.
Yep.
That was the other thing too, is like the misconception of like, oh, like you do swim and it's mostly guy photographers. All photographers are creepy. No.
Mm.
Because if it's really just about the art or the love for your craft,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be that.
That's
No, you
true.
could you know what I mean? Like you could be in like pasties or you
Yep.
could be in a full blown gown and
True.
it will be shot the same way because it's
True.
art for you.
How
And
do
I
you
think our
like?
first shoot, I felt that with you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember that too. That was the Slay. You were wearing that gold Slay
Mhm.
swimwear. Shout out to you, Slay Kelly.
Yes,
We
Kelly.
love you. We will give you the promo.
Oh my gosh, Kelly. Love Kelly. Love Slay Swimwear.
But yeah, I showed her the photos. I think right when I sent them to you, she's like, "Oh my God, she looks beautiful in this." I was like, "I know, right?"
Makes me
And
so
she had no idea that we were even doing that.
yeah.
So yeah, that was awesome. So how do you know who's the creepy photographers or who's not? Or like how do you know who to choose to work with?
I think recently it's the way they approach me.
Uh-huh.
There was actually one photographer that I canceled on because it was like he was like, "Hey, like we should collab together." I was like, "Oh my God, yes." And I'm looking at his stuff, and he does a lot of swimwear as well, and he does a lot of lingerie, but you can tell even like regular people how when they take iPhone pictures,
Hmm.
what they're seeing versus what they are taking a picture of, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like how they view the
Yeah.
subject of the picture. And it wasn't like overtly sexual, it wasn't like full blown nudity. Everyone was wearing clothes, but it was very distasteful.
Gotcha.
So I was like, hey, like I actually have these concepts. Would you be down to do those? And it went from let's collab, free shoot to like,
Oh,
okay, well, these are my rates. And I was like, okay, that's perfectly fine. And then Halloween came up and I was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader
nice.
just because I don't know. Why not? You know, I'm 22, I'm single, I'm in LA.
Right.
Just show a little titty.
That's
And
that's right. Do you, boo boo?
so sorry, mom. Um so I did that and he like slid up on my story. He was like, we could do a free shoot if you wear that. And I was like, oh, you know, this is not like it might be your profession. Like obviously you're, you know, he has a lot of followers, so he's doing something right. But I think like when you ask the influencer question, part of why I'm not just the numbers is that I want this career for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I want to have children that are probably going to be nepo babies. And I want
Okay.
them to be able to walk in a room and say, my mother is Kashmir Turry. But that means something because the casting director, whatever, knows that I raised them right. And I raised them
Right.
with morals and values, even though they were raised with money or with connections or
Exactly.
whatever. And I think in order to set that up in 20 years, I have to hold myself to those standards now.
Yeah,
So I will
absolutely.
never do something just for content or just for a vibe or just because they've worked with Drake or whoever. You know what I
Right.
mean? For me, it is really about the craft and the love of art
That's good.
and building something that lasts long
I
term
love that.
outside of Instagram. Yeah. So
That
why am I like getting
listen.
emotional?
No, that's
Sorry.
good. We want the real. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So like it's funny because I think do you act at all?
It's something I want to get back into. I
Yeah.
did theater in high school, but
Okay.
that's about it. Yeah.
Because I always wonder like there's actresses that you like never will see nude,
Hmm.
and I'm like, but then you see them that one time. I'm trying to think of one, but I can't think of one. But like, oh, like Lala. You ever seen the show Power?
I haven't seen like too many episodes now.
Okay, so she was like one of the girlfriends in that show,
Mhm.
and she it was crazy because I did not expect it at all. But she got naked in that show, and like everybody was like they went crazy because but they were like in a negative way. They were like
Oh.
unimpressed.
Mm.
It was like
It's interesting.
it was like wait, that's what Lala looks like naked or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, it's like I wonder like do people like you said, they care about just the art and then they also want to, you know, leave a legacy with their kids. So, because yeah, like your kids
It's
can look
harder
that
to
up.
do it, like, especially as a woman. I think, unfortunately, a man can have everything out all the time
Yeah,
and have a son or a daughter, and that doesn't affect them
yeah,
in the same way that even if it was HBO, Netflix for millions of dollars, if
yeah.
I today decided early in my career to do a nude scene, full nude, that would definitely affect
Mm-hmm.
the way my children, my future husband, whatever views me. And I think because of where I know I want to go in the industry, I still want to stay in the industry probably till the day I die.
Yeah.
But I want to do at some point behind the scenes stuff where I'm controlling things. It's
Nice.
going to be hard for people to see me, and it's really messed up because it's 2024. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But that is something that I'm very aware of. I think also
Yeah.
as a
It's
black
about to be
woman.
2025. Actually,
Yeah.
when this comes out, it will be 2025.
Okay, so
So
it's
yeah.
2025. But yeah. I agree.
Man.
I think, yeah, I think I've also recently seen that there is a very thin line in swim. It's very easy for me to turn it fun, flirty,
Mhm.
fresh, youthful. And you can objectify anything, and people
Yeah.
always will, but it's easy for me doing that. And I recently had my agent send me a lingerie thing, and I was like, I don't know if I would be comfortable doing lingerie right now.
Yeah.
Maybe like 28, 29, where I'm like more mature and it can be seen as sophisticated.
Gotcha.
But I think there's also the thing of like age.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like being a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader at 22 is like
Yeah.
fun, fresh. Maybe at 26 it'd be a little different. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
I think there's certain things that you just have to constantly think about.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with kids too, and like I don't
True.
yeah, like my swim stuff, it's a swimsuit.
Yeah.
If their parents see that, I don't care.
That's
But
true. Yeah.
lingerie or nudity, it's
That's funny because I feel like it's almost the same amount of coverage, like body coverage, but it's just a different material.
yeah.
And that's what makes it like fun and cute versus sexy and like in the bedroom type, which is so crazy.
Exactly.
Because like, okay, so the one slave swimwear that you wore, it was right here actually, this tree where you did the little twirl around the dance
Yeah, the
around.
black one.
Yeah. So Smooth posted that
Mm.
and he got a what do you call it?
Oh, like Instagram flagged it or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't flag it on my page.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's probably because did you post it or you just
did.
collaborated?
Oh, collaborated.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he got the flag for it. He didn't take it down though. But I was actually gonna ask, like, do you get flagged a lot for your swim content at all,
I
or
don't.
no?
Yeah.
I wonder why they got flagged then.
I don't know. I
That's
don't, but I
interesting.
also have I like filter the comments.
Okay.
So there's certain words that people can't say. So maybe like, because sometimes they will filter or they'll flag the post itself. And then sometimes
Yeah.
it's like the reaction to the post signals, oh, this is sexual or this is violent or this
Yeah.
is this or this is that.
Okay.
So maybe there was like some things there.
That could, yeah.
Because if he posted it and I wasn't collaborated and I was the collaborator, I can't control every little thing. But
Let me see if I can find it. It should be
But
there.
yeah.
Oh, did he take it down? Oh no, it's right there.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Little bikini Barbie moment.
let me show you guys really quick. That got flagged.
Booty was low booty.
I think that's what it was. That's what I
But they're
think.
just hating.
I was like, all she did was 1 360 turn and did she dance? Oh man, I love it. But yeah, guys, like that's what is it hard like being a pretty woman in LA and like is it just how is it actually like being like that? Like do people like treat you different or weird or
They
just
do.
rude?
But I will say, realizing it early on in life and like having a mom that kind of like dealt with similar things and her just kind of being like, hey, don't take everything for face value. Like
Yeah.
sometimes people will say things just, because they
Yeah.
want to get in your pants or whatever. I think in this industry, you have to know, honestly, just as a young person, some men probably go through this too, but in this industry, you have to know where that can be a power, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Kill this bug.
Because,
Got him.
oh no.
Okay, he's dead.
I think just like morality, honesty, beauty can be a virtue, and it
Yeah.
can also be something that is used as a weapon.
Yeah.
But when you see it as a virtue, you see people that see it as a virtue as well,
Mhm.
and how they treat beauty. If it's something that they want to respect and admire and create art with in this industry, or if it's something that they want to take and
Right.
use and be violent with. And I think it sounds very cocky in a way, but I think because I pay so much attention to my looks, but I see beauty in other things and other people as a virtue,
Mhm.
it's very easy for me to clock when
Okay.
somebody is trying to mess with me.
Have you ever been like at a photo shoot or at any like, I guess photo shoot, yeah, where they like wanted you to do something almost like inappropriate, or like they didn't even talk about it beforehand, but they like wanted you to show more skin or more like
Yeah, when I
do
was,
more, like
I remember being like 13, 12 or 13.
what? That young?
Yeah, it wasn't like super sexual,
Okay.
but we had picked out our outfits and everything, and my mom had a very big thing because I do have a bigger posterior. She was like, shorts, no go. Skirts, they have to be flowy.
Mhm.
Like around the world, that's fine. But
Yeah.
in photo shoots, like she was, and I think this is what I've carried into my life now. She was very particular about the image that I projected versus what people would initially just look at me and put in their mind.
Yeah.
And I grew up around like a lot of white people, so already at a certain age they start sexualizing you, which is really messed up. But
Damn.
yeah, but I remember there was a shoot and I had like cute little jeans, overalls, and like a cropped sweater. And I think the photographer was like, "Oh, like the crop is like the jeans are really high. Maybe like let the sweater higher. And do you have jean shorts?" And my mom was like, "Oh no, what are we doing right now? Like, why? You know what I mean?" And like probably the pictures wouldn't have come out weird, but also why was
Right.
he doing that? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's just
Did he know your age?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He had to. Like in the face, I've always looked my age, like in the
Yeah.
face. So he had to, but yeah. And plus I was with my mom, so at least I wasn't 18. You know what I
True,
mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very, I do remember that moment and my mom being very angry about that. And her just being like, "No, she's keeping her outfit on." Like, and we never worked with him ever again.
Good.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, mama.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you
is a
for
real
that.
one. She clocks it
That's
so
good.
quick. And
That's
like
good.
there is no amount of money ever
Good.
that will like, she's just an amazing woman, an amazing mom.
That's good. I love that. I love that. Um, so like being in that wasn't in LA though, right?
No, that was back home. I guess in LA. Yeah, and in
Have
LA,
you had anything recently?
I've been an adult though, so I can normally clock it before I actually do the shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything comes through Instagram
Yeah.
recently. So yeah, I can kind of just like
You
feel
probably
that.
get hit up a lot for shoots, huh?
Recently. Well, thanks to you and Kelly.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Thanks to you and Kelly.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's been pretty good recently.
I hope that that's fun because I like that. I like to like, obviously I like to do shoots to have fun and be creative with it, but then I also hope that it also gets people that to want to shoot with you and
Yeah.
want to do more things with you as well. So that's awesome that happened.
Yeah.
I love
If
that.
anyone's watching this right now, I don't just do swim, I do beauty as well.
She sure does.
Look at my face.
What's your favorite like genre of modeling?
Oh,
Ooh, and dancing too. Because do you do different dance genres?
I do. Right now, I would say for dance, I really like heels.
Okay.
I think, again, for modeling, people expect you to be like overtly sexual. I'm
Yeah.
a very kind of nerdy person. And that's always kind of been my personality.
Yeah.
But tapping into sensuality sometimes and through the craft that I love so much has been very fun.
Nice.
And toes the line of being like sexual, but like teasing. And, but it's still so technically hard.
Yeah.
It gives me the workout and like the adrenaline that I always feel with ballet and with everything else.
Yeah.
So right
That's
now,
pretty
definitely
cool.
heels. Yeah. And then for modeling, I think long term, I want to do more beauty modeling.
Okay.
So I'm going to say it out loud into the universe so it comes back.
That's right.
I have this huge dream of being a cover girl.
Nice. Okay.
And I've always wanted to do that. So
you know what we should do? We should one day get some CoverGirl products and have you model with them.
Okay.
Almost like you were hired.
Yeah.
And then you'll have that like for your portfolio.
Yeah.
And then you can post it on the gram too. And you can even tag them and see like what happens with that. Because you never know what happens.
Yeah.
Like that's the best part about like what we do as creatives. Like we just do things because we love it. And then something else happens out of nowhere from it. Like it's crazy.
That's what happened with Slay. Like, walking in and Kelly's show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The initial, let me just shoot with Remi.
Yeah.
With Cash.
That's awesome.
And then,
by the way, you killed that.
Fashion Week.
You freaking killed that.
Can I tell you something? That was, remember when I was like talking about like, being 7 years old, like writing all these like crazy things. Walking in LA Fashion Week was one of the things.
What?
Yeah. That entire weekend was so emotional for me. My mom, she came, well, not that show because I was in another one before. But, and then the Kelly thing came like 2 days after the first show.
Wow.
But my mom came out for the first one.
Okay.
And I was like, Mom, what?
Is this on your page?
The
first one?
The first one, yes.
Oh, okay. Let me check it out.
I'm in leather pants. I have a big red fro because they wanted big curly hair. And I'm modeling like this oversized sweatshirt for, his name is Royce Revent.
Oh, is it a real?
Yeah, it's right next to, it's right there on the 1, 2, 3 to the left.
This one? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. Explain this moment. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, my mom came out, my sister came out, my little brother came out. And my mom knows almost every single dream that I have because I won't shut up about certain things to her. I keep certain things private just because I don't like to put them out in the universe until I have a plan to get there.
Yeah.
But with this one, she knew when I was going through the casting process, she knew when I finally got it. And she was the first person to buy her ticket. And I remember just being like,
that is awesome.
It happened so fast. Like I moved here in January.
That's true. You haven't even been here a year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then this is her and her sleigh. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, the reel is on the...
Oh, is it on the reels? Okay, let me go back to this. Hold up.
The one that says sleigh. Go up.
Is it this one?
No, that's a little vlog. The second one on the top.
Right here? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there we go.
So there's your girl rocking it.
Oh my gosh.
Man,
let me tell you, I was blacked. Like my brain wasn't there.
Really?
I don't remember.
You don't remember this?
I don't remember. I obviously was there. I mean,
bro, you literally, and then you did something. Where is it? I think it's right here. Yup. Right there. I was like, wait a minute. That's not Kashmir. I know. Wait a minute.
It doesn't.
And then you did that. You literally.
Yeah. I remember
it was
the
effortless.
person that recorded that for me, they're like, that was so good. Like, like, what was your thought process? And
you're like, I had no thought process.
Yeah, I've had this thing since I was younger. And like, I don't know does this happen to you in like really big moments in your life where obviously you're grateful that it's happening, but it's almost so real that it feels like a dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me think of a moment. But yeah, that's definitely happened. Like, shooting celebrities.
Yeah.
Like, Liza Koshy.
I saw those recently.
She's awesome. And oh my God, I'm so mad at myself that I don't post the content that I'm doing with these people. But like me and her are pretty cool. Like she hits me up like randomly for like a last minute thing because LA is so last minute. But like yeah, I did a Halloween shoot with her where she was Lucy. I done another shoot with her recently, and in the moment, I don't really think about it, but afterwards, I'm like, wow, I just shot with Liza Koshy or with Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
I hung out with her for a whole night in Hollywood for her Halloween party, and I took photos of her then. And my wife did her outfit. So shout out to you, Laurel. She did her whole.
She gets the free promo.
What is I forget the name of the girl, but that Aaliyah look from that one movie, Queen of the Damned. She did that. Actually, let me try to pull that up too real quick while I'm talking. But yeah, like things like that. I'm just like in the moment, I'm not really thinking about it. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, like I did that. Because, and also people like are reminding me, like, dude, you're a celebrity photographer. And I don't feel like that. But I'm like, I guess you're right. Like I do shoot with celebrities.
Yeah.
But like I don't feel, I don't know. I don't like that title because I don't want to feel like I'm greater than anyone. Everybody, you know, has their own. I wish I can pause it. Can I pause it? Okay. So like right here is the look that my wife did, and that's when I got to hang out with Tiana Taylor for a night.
She is so beautiful.
She is, yeah, she's dope. So she gave me this little walk. Let me try to fast forward. Like boom. Oh wait. Yeah, we shot that in her hotel room within like 30 seconds, 45 seconds because she was late to the party. We had to get up to the party. So like we just really quick, like boom, 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 busted it out. But I don't even have any content posted to show you guys, which I need to get better with that. So I will get better. But like things like that,
It just feels surreal.
it's like, yeah, it's surreal.
Yeah. I think I remember my mom saying for that first show when she was there, she always sits like kind of where she can see me in the wings since I was like a little girl, like doing dance and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know necessarily why. I think my mom's just always more nervous than I am,
Really?
to be honest.
Oh,
But she said that she saw me and I was like talking, whatever. And like she said, but as soon as you made the stage, it wasn't you, she said. And I was like, girl, relax. Like, okay. Like,
you're
really
Beyonce.
spicing it. But like, I understand what she's saying because a lot of these, like the recent stuff has been way bigger than stuff that I saw clearly. Is that our hour?
No, keep going.
Stuff that I saw clearly as dreams, but now that they're happening in the moment, it feels like a dream, and I
Yeah.
completely black out. And then I look at the footage, and I'm like, "Oh my god,
That is so crazy.
what?"
Someone told me that.
Thinking a little bit, like who was doing that? Because that wasn't Kashmir Turry from Pennsylvania. That was somebody else on there. Like,
So, Kaz, like in these moments, like before you go on stage, do you like take a shot or anything, or you're just
No. I am very strictly, unless it's like after party vibes, or unless
Yeah.
I'm like comfortable with the people I'm working with, or it's like friends or whatever. I would say 99% of the time, work is work for me. Work
Yes.
is work is work. I don't drink. I don't drink at work. I do have a glass of wine here and there. But I don't smoke at all. I don't do any drugs at all.
nice?
And also like, yeah, I just don't want to like get into that part of the industry because
Yeah.
I've also heard and seen
Yeah.
stuff
Oh
that I
yeah.
don't like in that.
Damn. So that was just you, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
It just
Even
happened.
there was a guy that was like directing us back there, and I was kind of just like walking back and forth to the music, and he was like, "Are you okay? Are you nervous?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." I probably was, but then got on stage. Fine.
Killed it.
Like felt fine.
I was so mad that I couldn't go because I was doing an event because I told Kelly that first of all I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Just to capture for Kelly. But then she asked me like if I knew anyone that could, you know, walk in her stuff. And I was like, oh, definitely Kashmir. I didn't even know if you walked or not, but I'm like, definitely Kashmir. Then I sent her a few more people. And then when I found out that you were doing it, I was like, oh, I gotta be there. And I'm like, Kelly, if I'm not there, please make sure someone's getting video of this, like something. I haven't seen like any video yet, so I don't know if anyone did
I didn't get
capture it.
any from the photographers, but luckily, like I had someone with
Yeah.
me that.
Yeah.
took
Thank God
photos,
for
yeah.
that. Because I really wanted to see you and my friend Athena.
Oh
I,
yeah, I met her. She's super sweet.
yeah, she's awesome. So yeah, I was so happy that you did that.
Thank
That
you
was
for making
awesome.
those connections.
And I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep sending things your way. Trust me,
Thank you.
because you're awesome. You're a vibe. You guys, like, listen. You have to. I'm not just like saying this. Like, I'm for real. Like, if you don't shoot with Kashmir, or just like, you have to be in her presence to actually understand what it's like to be with Kashmir. Like, you got a little taste today, but like when you're actually with her, she's a sweetheart. She is dope. She's super creative. Like, we'll be shooting and then she'll like do some different pose. I'm like, oh wait, hold on, yeah, hold that. Like, like I could shoot her all day.
You
And
shoot with him all day.
it's good and
Your
bad
vibe is
because
also
like,
amazing.
yeah, we
Yeah.
me and her. Wait, when's your birthday?
I'm a Taurus. I'm April 27th.
Oh, my wife is a Taurus.
Yeah?
Maybe that's why. I wonder.
What are you again?
I'm a Libra.
Libra. And then Gemma's a Leo.
Yeah, she's a
It's a
Leo.
very interesting combination.
It is. Gemma
Taurus
is.
and Leo. That's gonna be interesting when she's a teenager. That's gonna be a little interesting. But it's fun when
I am not ready. Yo, I
Yeah.
am not. Oh my God. She already acting like a little teenager. She hasn't been able to say words, but she's like babbling at us like
Yeah.
like a teenager. Like,
Little
she's talking
attitude.
smack. I'm like, Gemma, you better watch it, girl. But yes, I'm very happy that we were able to do this, and I would love to have you again. Um, and what else could I? Ooh, do you like cookies?
I do.
Do you want to taste one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Pick a cookie,
Okay.
taste one, and then give me a live reaction. I think they are, yeah. I think they're all just sugar cookies.
I'm gonna take a snowflake.
Okay.
Don't say
Let me
that
see.
last
Hold it up to the
snowflake.
camera. Let's see how it
This one?
looks.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. She got the snowflake.
Beautiful.
All right. Give us a live
Did you
reaction.
make these?
I didn't,
Okay.
but our sponsor did.
Mm.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They've been there for a couple days.
They're good though.
That's
They have
good.
like a hint of vanilla or something.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want one or a little
Yeah,
bit?
let me get a little taste. Let me get a little taste.
This is good. Oh, sorry. I'm like crunching in the.
No, you're fine. ASMR, baby.
Maybe I can get into that
Well, that's yours. You can keep
with
that.
my like dumb little laugh. I feel like ASMR would be so funny if I could just not laugh because my laugh is very like.
This is good.
They're good.
Oh yeah. So this is by Tita's Cookies in Arizona.
Mm.
They do ship everywhere nationwide. So if you guys want to order some cookies, they do custom made cookies. Like, your cookies are gonna be the dopest cookies at the party.
And they're beautiful too.
Yeah. Like, they really put work into it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of colored frosting. Sorry, I'm not even part of this ad, but a lot of colored frosting normally tastes really bitter.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. Whatever
I
frosting
agree.
she uses is really, really good.
I agree with you.
Mhm.
I thought the same thing. I was like, this is probably gonna taste weird, but it doesn't.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Take
So-
my word for it.
Hey, she also does ads,
I
guys.
guess so.
She does commercials. Book her, please. But yeah, Kashmir, it was great having you. One more time,
Thank you.
let people know in this camera or in this camera what you're doing and where they can find you or what you have in store in the future. You know what? Before we do that, I have one more question.
Okay.
Because you've only been here a year so far.
Oh my God, it's
What do you see yourself doing within the next year, like
Yeah.
this 2025?
2025, my 3 main things that I'm okay with sharing are, as far as dance, I want to start choreographing for teams.
Okay.
And I want to move into the adult teaching class.
Okay.
So right now I teach children, teenagers, and I want that to be my full-time gig.
Nice.
And then 2, I want to get back into acting. I grew up doing theater, but I would love to get into film,
Nice.
TV. And then 3, I want to take my modeling career towards more runway. I think I was
Okay.
always afraid of that because of my height.
Mhm.
I'm only 5'2", so I was always told I probably couldn't do that, but
Wow, you're only
I
5'2".
am.
You
Yeah,
did not look 5'2" in those videos.
I'm only 5'2", yeah.
Okay.
So I want to take that next level. I would love, love, love to do Miami Swim Week.
Ooh, let's
Looking at
go.
whoever can put me on
Let's
that
go. Miami, you heard it here
Miami Swim
first.
Week is
Let's
my
do it.
next big thing that I want to do.
That is in what, March or April?
I think it's in April, which would be an amazing Christmas present. I mean, a birthday present.
Oh, that would be dope.
If there's any swim
I
pool,
hope you get it because I haven't been to Miami
Mm.
and I've been wanting to go to Miami. And I've been telling my wife I want to go to Miami. She's like, why you want to go to Miami? Because I've never been.
yeah,
Like, I feel like I can't die and not go to
I'm not
Miami.
going to Miami. I've never been to Miami. I've been to Florida a couple times.
Me
but
too.
Never
I've
Miami.
always been to Orlando or like, I think just Orlando, but like never Miami. So I never experienced the life, especially as a photographer.
Yeah,
Like I want to capture these moments out there.
yeah.
So
So yeah,
let's
Miami
do it.
Swim Week is the big one that I'm
All right.
like.
I
Yeah.
think we'll both. Oh, we'll see if Kelly is in there or something.
Oh.
We'll see.
Perhaps that'd be cool.
I think I'm gonna see you there though. I think we're gonna go this year.
We'll
So
go together.
let's do it. I'm down.
First class.
Hey, I'm first class Spirit because I'm cheap.
Not first class Spirit.
But yeah, give people a little rundown of what's to come with Kashmir and where they can find you,
Yes.
and plug all your things, your YouTube, your whatever you got.
Yeah. I am on TikTok and Instagram. On Instagram, I am my full name, Kashmir Turry. That's with a K, KASHMIR .Turry, TURY. And I'm posting all my dance and modeling content on there. And then I'm also on TikTok. My TikTok is a little bit scattered right now, but going into 2025, it'll be more of my dance and my modeling TikTok as well.
Nice. Well, thank you, Cash, for coming.
Thank you, Remi, for having
And
me.
this has been great.
This is a vibe.
This
Thank
is a vibe,
you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, stay tuned for next week and make sure you guys go hit her up, give her a follow, show her some support. She's a beautiful black woman out here doing it in LA by herself. Living in LA is not easy. Remember that.
Hard, y'all.
So show her some support. Let her know that you respect what she is doing. All right, y'all, you take care. Peace.